Hi, I'm Derek Smoots. Today is August 13th, 2010, and yesterday I started learning to play the Uilleann Pipes. I went to the post office in the morning to pick them up. They were made by David Day. It took me about 6 months between placing the order and receiving them, which is short if not standard. Pipes just take a long time to make. There are a lot of more people wanting to buy them than there are making them, so that's what you can expect. And David Day is one of the most inexpensive but reputable makers out there, according to the online community. So, when I got them home, I played with them for an hour or two, got a few sounds out of them, but once I decided to document my learning process, I decided that if I had waited 6 months to get them, I could wait another few hours till I could get a camera set up. So, this morning, I have resisted the urge to get them out and make sure I knew what I was doing before I committed my lack of knowledge to camera, but I've resisted that. This is all supposed to be all about demonstrating how difficult it is to learn these, so here we go. The first complexity of the pipes relative to other instruments is apparent in just how involved putting them on is. You have to wear them. You don't put on most instruments. But right now I'm going to buckle the bellows on around my waist. Then just above my elbow on my arm. Got to put a tube to go from the bellows to the bag. That goes under the left arm. Put the air in here. Now, of course, the first thing I did was throw everything together and see if I could make some sounds. But once I got over that, I actually opened a tutor, and they recommended not attaching the chanter at first and just putting a thumb over this hole and trying to get some even airflow between the bellows and the bag. And I have more or less failed at that, but I'm making progress. It's really a weird motion to adapt to. It's just really strange. Okay, so here's the chanter. The whole thing is assembled. I'm finding it difficult to remember to cover all the holes before I start pumping, because otherwise you start losing air. It's leaking out everywhere. I'm still not sure exactly where I should have the bag under my arm. It feels like I'm really near the top here, but I guess it doesn't really look like it when I'm looking at myself through the camera. It seems like maybe I should have it further back here. Huh. So, I'm going to assume this is about right. This is about where the tube makes it feel like it should fit naturally. Fill the pipes up with some air. Now I'm going to try, stop all the leaks. I'm going to try to just get a continuous A and be able to keep the bellows pumping and maintain the A. Yeah, so here we go. So I have a lot of uncertainty as to what I'm doing wrong and right here. It feels like I'm not getting the bellows to close all the way because there's this pressure I'm keeping on the bag with this arm, and the bellows doesn't seem to close all the way, but there's so much back pressure, it's hard to get to close anymore, and I'm not sure if I should be forcing it. Is that going to hurt my instrument? I don't know. So, more to worry about there. Now I'm going to try to play just a series of even quarter notes, doing the same thing, keeping the air flowing. Oh, it's a lot to manage. So much for even rhythm. So that's where I am with that, the even quarter notes after 2 hours of work or so. Now I'm going to try and do a descending scale from a B down to a low D. And half the time I can't get the D to come out, just trying to focus on that by itself. But here it goes. So there it is, 2 hours on the pipes, and that's what I've got.